This is the biggest street party that Cairo may have ever seen.
An explosion of victory, pandemonium across Egypt. After 18 days of people power, Mubarak is gone and Egypt celebrates. Witnesses to history, revolution in Egypt.
Live from Chicago's NBC 5, this is NBC 5 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Rob Stafford. Tonight we begin with the victory of people power in Egypt. A Chicagoan who is in Cairo tonight is describing a jubilant scene right now. He tells us that throngs of people are still celebrating in the streets in the middle of the night after popular protests finally toppled President Hosni Mubarak. After 30 years in power, 18 days of protests and hundreds of deaths, Egypt is free of Hosni Mubarak. Egypt's vice president made the stunning announcement.
Hosni Mubarak has decided to waive the office of the president.
Throngs of people pack Cairo's Tahrir Square, celebrating a revolution won.
I'm so happy for today. It's a day in the history of Egypt. We'll never forget it.
This is our today. This is our country. This is my Egypt. This is the revolution.
Tonight, Egypt's military is in command. A spokesman says it has no intention to stay in power.
And a very bright future will be waiting for us.
The people of Egypt have spoken. Their voices have been heard, and Egypt will never be the same.
President Obama warned of difficult days ahead for Egypt as it works toward free and fair elections.
Here in Chicago tonight, Egyptians are also celebrating the success of the revolution in their homeland. NBC5's Alex Perez joins us live outside the Egyptian consulate tonight with that part of the story. Alex?
Well, Allison, Egypt has a recorded history that dates back 7,000 years. The thought of it for the first time having a true democratic process is enough to move many Chicagoans to tears. It's a celebration decades in the making. Proud Chicago area Egyptians gathering outside the Egyptian consulate to smile, hug, and savor this historic moment.
I'm just glad that I lived this moment.
Sharif Zaki still has many family members in Egypt. Watching his loved ones step out of what he calls the fear and darkness of the Mubarak regime has left an impression on his heart.
30 years, people did not do anything. And when they moved after 18 days, they had everything.
We won, and that's the only thing that we're happy about. We got smiles on our faces, and the whole world can celebrate.
Ahmed Rehab is on the ground in Cairo. He works for the Council of American Islamic Relations here in Chicago. The peaceful way the Egyptian people handled their frustration is what he is most proud of.
Not one bullet fired by the Egyptian people have been fired at, but they haven't fired anything. And so their weapon from the very beginning has been numbers and perseverance.
At the Mosque Foundation in Bridgeview this Friday, the emotions overwhelming.
It is a day of maybe removal of some hardship and the difficulties that it had gone through to lose their children.
As the celebrations continue, the Chicagoans are confident about Egypt's future.
There's nothing more to describe in this life, a word better than democracy and freedom.
And organizers say there is another peaceful demonstration scheduled here on Michigan Avenue tomorrow afternoon. We're live outside the Egyptian consulate downtown. Alex Perez, NBC5 News. Rob and Allison.
Alex, thanks.
And stay with it.